What's up, everybody? Rob Ferretti, as some of you know, and today we're going to talk about road trips versus rallies. And there is a difference, and a lot of people will be like, whatever, you get a bunch of cars together driving along, it's a rally. It's not, and I'll tell you the differences. A rally effectively needs that party atmosphere. The car you choose for a road trip is completely different than the car you choose for a rally. Car you choose for a road trip could be anything. It's something you enjoy. It could be a $500 car. It could be a Corvette. It could be a Ferrari. It could be a GT3. Whatever you want, it could be a great car for a road trip. And then there's cars that are good for rallies. And cars that are good for rallies are like the Miata. Because the rallies are all about the party, the atmosphere, the turning heads. It's just much less about the destination, more about the group. So a road trip can be done with one car. You could go by yourself on a road trip, you and your buddies. There is no minimum car, minimum thing. The adventure in the road trip is the destinations. And on a rally, the destinations don't really matter. The Bullrun Rally, one of the destinations I recall quite vividly, Staunton, Virginia, nothing there. And you have to realize that's the difference. That you can't just say like, oh, there's a bunch of cars driving together, that's a rally. A road trip can be done in a very, very different manner, and it's a very different form of enjoyment. You can have no parties on a road trip, and everyone can have the best time of their lives. You can have no attendance or no parties on a rally, and the thing completely falls apart. Something that essentially, if you look at the Bullrun Rally was very popular for many years, and the attendance started dropping off. And when the attendance started dropping off, I mean, you have a party with 15 people there. I mean, sure, the 15 people are great, but you lose that whole vibe. Nobody wants to go and be like, oh yeah, like I could sort of see it looked like it was fun, and the people there were having fun, but you lose that massive glob of rolling party down the road. And that's really what a rally is: the gumball, the gold rush, I mean, you name it, there's a bunch of them out there. But you need a lot of people and a big party atmosphere, and it's all about turning heads. Like the Miata would be perfect. Why? Because there's a snowplow on the front of it, because it looks absolutely ridiculous. Does it make it from point A to point B? Who cares? If it breaks down, that's great. It makes for a fun story. That's not what you're looking for on a road trip. A road trip, you want to go enjoy the roads, enjoy the destinations. And now here's your shameless plug for my other company, Adventure Drives. Adventure Drives does essentially bucket list travel with cars, and it's road trips. It's got nothing to do with rallies. We have nice meals, we have big group dinners and drinks and everything like that, but it loses that party atmosphere. There's no stickers on the cars. Every day is something that people would travel around the world to go see and do, each and every day of each trip. And you don't have that on the rallies. The rallies are more about going from notable point to notable point, be it New York to LA or you name it. But the stuff in between is less important, because you know what? It's going to be a car show. It's going to be a party. It's going to be like this big spectacle where you need big crowds, and the crowds are all excited because everybody's got weird stuff done to their cars, and it's very silly, and people wearing costumes. That's what a rally is. Adventure Drives, much more of a road trip. It's just, there's different ways to look at it. And I'm not saying both of them aren't fun. It's easier to get tired of one. And the fact of the road trip is much more scalable, that you can have such a great time with 6 people or 60 people. And the rally, you don't really have a good time unless there's a lot of people there. You lose that atmosphere. And that's essentially the downfall of the Bull Run, is that they lost that atmosphere. They lost those crowds. They lost the attendance. And ultimately, I think Richard Rawlings may be starting it back up with the guys over at Bull Run. So we'll see what happens with that. But that being said, a lot of people ask me what happened to the Bull Run, and that's the answer. They just expect it to happen every year. If you don't see it, there's a reason you don't see it, because the party's over. So thank you for watching. I hope I clarified the difference between a rally and a road trip. Different strokes for different folks. They're both a lot of fun. There's a lot of driving options out there, from Rally North America to there's Dream Rally, there's Corsa Rally, there's Gumball Rally, Gold Rush Rally, Bull Run's done. The Adventure Drives is a road trip. You can check that. I'm actually going to put a link to that in the description, because if you want to do Adventure Drives, this year we're starting it and ending in Munich, Germany. And it's September 13th through the 20th, and every day is going to be is going to be bucket list worthy. We're going to Salzburg. I'm not going to give away the details in between because that's sort of the fun aspect of it. Driving Stelvio Pass. We're going to stop by the factories in Modena. So there's Ferrari, Pagani, Lamborghini. There's wine tasting in Tuscany. There's the Italian Riviera. There's the Swiss Alps. There's the Autobahn. There's castles. And then we end in Oktoberfest in Munich, which is going to be crazy. So it's going to be a lot of fun. If you're interested in that, it's a different price point, just a different product than you're used to with the rallies. Check out the link in the description. Other than that, there's lots of rallies in varying price points. Just remember you get what you pay for on these rallies. If somebody's got a $400 entry fee, don't expect very much flash or very much there. There's not going to be as much as if you pay $20,000, $50,000, $70,000 for a different rally. But understand that the value is different. So don't mortgage your house to go on a $70,000 rally, because for you, there might not be $70,000 worth of value. For the guy who's got $30 billion and he doesn't really care, and $70,000 is a gas payment for his, or like filling up his yacht, then $70,000 isn't a big deal. He'll find the value there. But for the normal Joe Blows like me and or anyone else out there, it's a lot of money to spend, and the value isn't necessarily there, which it really depends on what your value is. I have not seen a rally where all alcohol is included or anything like that. Adventure Drives it is, but that's not the point of that. But just be aware, if you're going to go to something that's a roving party, expect a bar tab every night, and expect other costs that going around with a bunch of people throwing money in the air costs money. So thank you for watching. I will catch you next time. If you have any questions, shoot me an email below, or rob@superspeeders.com, rob@adventuredrives.com, and I hope you enjoyed this little clarification as to what happened to the Bull Run. Thanks for making it through the whole video. I appreciate it. If you like what you saw, like below, comment below. Those both help my videos go up in rankings, and that helps me out. So thank you for that. If you don't enjoy it, don't say anything. But since YouTube does its own things in the end here, I have 20 seconds in which to do that, and that's going to stop right now.